Hello friends, Alfonso here. I have a story for you today. I started my business career, my entrepreneurial career at 18 years old when I opened my first business that made me successful at a very young age. I was doing very well, making great money. I had moved to Miami. I had 15 locations. Everything was going, incredible. But what I didn't realize that my mind was still poor. My world came tumbling down when I almost went bankrupt as a result of, I would have to say, mismanaging mixed with bad economy. All this to tell you that I went through a bit of a 4-day depression where at the end of it, I sat down and I started to make a list of things that I did right, things that I did wrong. Well, I'm going to tell you the things that I did right. That list was very small, but it had made me successful at that time. At that age, I think it was about 24 years old. The one thing I did right, above all, was the fact that I invested in real estate. So I took that turn. I fought hard, and I rebuilt my business, and it was better than ever. And at the same time, I took those profits and I reinvested it into real estate, creating massive passive income for myself. And that, in the end, turned out to be the best thing I ever did in my life. So since then, I have been a real estate investor. And that gives me the freedom to try new things, different ventures, to live the life that I live. I've traveled to 30 countries before the age of 35. I've lived this incredible life. I speak for a living. I have a television show. I'm a branding specialist. And all as a result of having massive passive income, because that income allows me to do the things that I want. So I've developed this workshop where it's a simple, common sense approach that anybody can take. Anyone out there can take this approach in order to create income for themselves. Now, the one truth I want to tell you is that if you plan to retire and you're waiting on the CPP, on what the government will give you, I'm going to have to tell you, you won't be able to retire. Now, the common sense approach is just opening up your mind to the possibility of a second, third, fourth, fifth possible multi-unit income producing property. Now, I go through everything. So that's this November the 21st, 7 to 9. Now, as of today, there's about 12 tickets left, so you're going to want to rush. But the name of the event is Income by Design. So designing that income that you're going to need for retirement, or just if you had an extra $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 a month, what would that do for your life? So what are you going to learn? You're going to learn, well, basically how I did it. I've created about $3 million in property I did it in between four to 5 years. You're going to learn about what properties perform the best in Canada, and not only that, in Ottawa, because this event is in Ottawa. The second thing is how to invest with a long-term plan. So starting with the end result in mind, how much will you need to retire? Do you know? How much will you need to retire? What do you want to do? How much income do you need? Is it 5,000, 10,000, 15,000, 20,000? What is your end result? And the other thing is to use, of course, what we talked about, the common sense approach. So all this happens November the 21st. That's a Thursday at the Best Western. And there's going to be in this, in the comments down below here, there's going to be all this information. The very next video you're going to watch is going to be a video that I took. That was at the last Income by Design. So never mind all the dates and stuff. But basically, I want to show you, I was in a property that I was renovating, one of my apartments in my one of my buildings. And after that, you'll get a small clip of me presenting at the Best Western. All this for you to remember that Thursday, November 21st, between 7 and 9, Income by Design. You can get all the info down below, or go to the Eventbrite link, or go to the Facebook event page and get all the information. But you do not want to miss this event. I'm telling you, this is going to be an event that will help you. This is what you need. Income by Design Real Estate Investing Seminar, this November the 21st, 7 to 9. You don't want to miss it. We'll see you there. Good afternoon, fellow YouTubers and Facebook fanatics, social media fanatics. Alfonso here again. And I am sitting here downtown Ottawa in one of my buildings. And this particular building is a 5-unit building that we've taken and we're renovating. Can you just show what we're doing here? We're digging up the floor and renovating over here. This is a 2.5 bedroom. So we're taking up the floor, and you know, I didn't do it. We have. Can you, Alain? Can you say hi for the people? Just turn the camera around.
Hi.
He did the work. So if this interests you, you want to own some properties, you want to learn how to create massive passive income in your life, so you can retire rich and retire young. Come to my seminar next week at the Best Western. That's Wednesday, May 22nd, between 7 and 9. You can go to Facebook, find all the information, or down below you will have a link to the Eventbrite to buy tickets to the program. Unfortunately, there's only 7 tickets left, so you better hurry. That's May 22nd, Best Western. See you then. They buy a house, right? Everybody buys a house. But you need to live somewhere. In 25 years, your house is paid off. Great, whoop-de-doo. You still have to live somewhere. Now you can sell the house and move into a trailer. That works. You can sell the house and buy a smaller house. But how many people would love to retire and keep the same lifestyle that they're living today? Go where you want, do what you want, right? You don't want to be limited. So my common sense approach is, if all you did in your life, if the only thing that you did in your whole life is buy one more property. One more property that this tenant here would pay off the mortgage, and in 25 years it'll be free and clear. Now you have an asset that you can sell. Or you can live off the income. If you just bought one more property, that's all you need to do. You don't have to be Donald Trump and go crazy. These seminars want you to buy all kinds of stuff. If you just bought one more property. Now if you do 2, even better. Think of the possibilities. Because your tenants are paying the mortgage. Who's paying the mortgage? And that's the common sense approach. So you really need to think about that and have that resonate with you. And a property can be paid off in the next 20 years. So if you are retired, in 20 years, I mean, Jerry, 20 years, you're still going to be in good shape. Yeah.
Better than now?
Well, think about it. If your money's in let's say your money's in some mutual funds or whatever, you're subject to people farting in Egypt. Right? Someone farts in Egypt, all hell breaks loose. Now money's down, nobody has any money. So if you just bought one more property, and within the next 20 years you had your tenants pay off the mortgage, you have an asset that's free and clear. Not only that, something you can hand down to your family. How many people would love to do that? Hand down an investment property to their family, their kids, their grandkids, and this kind of stuff lives forever. My style of investing is buy and hold forever.